Well, hello everyone. Is everybody logging on now? Um, I think we're live now. I hope. Again, this is all new to me, so we're just starting to get things rolling, um, and I'm starting to feel my way around on this StreamYard and getting all the Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, YouTube, all of them synced up together to where it's all coming out good. Uh, Let me know if you're there. Send me a message, and let me know if you're hearing everything okay. Um, I'm waiting for a couple of comments here. Um, so let me see here what we got going. Let me see. I got a little ticker thing that I'm supposed to be putting up here. Banners. Anyway, I don't know if anybody's here yet. Oh, there's somebody. Good afternoon. Now they're starting to come through loud and clear. Andy, Faber, Michael, Gaffney, you're here. Tika, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm really bad at pronouncing some of the names I don't understand. But anyway, waiting for a few more people to log in. I have a few announcements that I'd like to make. Welcome, people that have shown up so far. I have a few announcements I'd like to make about what's going to be happening here pretty soon. I'll show you my cartoon from the day and maybe yesterday and Saturday, I believe, cartoon, because you guys, many of you haven't seen those yet. But let me get started with going on vacation next week, so there won't be any new cartoons coming up. Sorry about that. It's a two-edged sword for me. I need a vacation. My family needs a vacation, but at the same time, I enjoy what I do so much that it's hard to leave. But I'm excited about it, if you know what I mean. Well, we got some more comments coming in. Love your art. Thank you, Susan Clark. Rich, you are correct. Afternoon, Bill. Hi, Aaron. You're back. See, Charles, you are the best. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Anyway, I've got the house sitter all lined up, fully armed. So, Randy Wood, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to let you know how you can possibly get on my email list so that you don't miss any cartoons. It'll show up in your box. Now, I don't put these emails out. I put them out maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I don't do it every day. And in the email, you can scroll down from today's email and click on some of the past cartoons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show I'm going to put up my website here and show you where it's at, and I'll share a screen here. Here we go. So here we go. We have my website. And if you want to get on my email list, just go up here and click cartoons. That takes you to all the cartoons that are listed here. Some of them may or not have seen. But what you want to do is look over to the right and scroll down. It says stay correct. Sign up for our free email newsletter, and we'll make sure to keep you in the loop. And then you just put in your email right here and hit subscribe, and it's that easy. Anyway, we're going to go over the cartoon that I did today, that came out today, and this is the I'm gonna put a larger picture up so you can see it. I'm sure you have a lot of ideas and comments about that. The name of this cartoon is Taco Bell, as in Belle. So, uh, see, Joe, we love. See, Joe and I love Hispanics. So I don't know if you had a chance to see this yet, but there it is in all its glory. So anyway, I had a few things written down, but I'm not sure I'm going to have time to cover everything. Um, I want to also ask you to subscribe to Rumble. I'm on YouTube too if you choose to go that route. I'm also on the what is it, True Social. So anyway, I don't know. I think that this administration gets away with so much. I mean, if the left or people on the other side who are complaining about or not complaining about Biden and the Biden family, if they just take a moment to put the shoe on the other foot, and that is Trump. Let's say this happened to Trump. How would you feel? How would the media feel if this was Trump? If this was Melania talking about tacos and Hispanics? It would be nonstop. The corruption in the Biden administration would be if you put that on Trump, it would be nonstop. They impeached Trump for a phony scandal, and they've got a treasure trove of scandals and reasons to impeach Biden. The only thing is, I think Kamala is a little bit of insurance as far as motivation there. I'm going to read a couple of more comments here. Let's see. Have a nice vacation. You're going to Florida? I wish. No, actually, my mother, she's 84 years old and she's in good health. But I try to go over every year and bring my daughter. She's 7, and my gorgeous wife. And we just spend a week or so there, visit my sister who lives there. And we just try to go over every year and have a good time and visit and relax. And that's what we do. See, hello from Modesto, California. Oh, I have relatives right around there in Merced and Atwater. Have a nice vacation. Van, enjoy your vacation with your family. I sure will. But I was planning to kind of talk about some of the issues, and let's go through a couple of the older cartoons. Let's go here. The last one that came out, this one here, speaking of California and Florida. This is has DeSantis on one side, and it has Newsom on the other side, and he was he was putting out commercials in Florida about coming to California, where freedom still exists. Not to mention the high crime and high taxes, homelessness, the rampant homelessness. Every state has homelessness, but to the degree that California has it, I don't think so. COVID restrictions. He basically ran his state like a communist state for the whole time that COVID was existing, and now some of them are still trying to do it, even though COVID is pretty much over. It's pretty much benign cold. Anyway, I would take DeSantis over Newsom any day. There's a lot more freedom there. DeSantis is paying attention to education, regulations, and it just is a more inviting state. Now, because of that, a lot of people are moving there. And my only hope is that the ones from California and New York are leaving their liberal politics behind if they have them. And that we can only hope for that. Washington State isn't far behind where I live, isn't far behind California and Oregon. The next cartoon that I want to just kind of show real quick was this one here. I don't think we went over this one. I titled this one, "The Proof is in the Pudding." And has Biden Democrat policies, and then this is the results of their policies. You have the border, the economy, energy, supply chain, crime, and multiple other things that I couldn't even put on there. This is, and I remember last week they were talking about that Biden has a messaging problem, and he's conferring with Biden, and they privately probably, and he's saying, I don't think it's a messaging problem, and it isn't. It's a results problem. It's a disaster, and hopefully we'll come out of that disaster after the election, November 22nd. But there's only so much the Congress can do, and hopefully they will stop some of this insanity. But we really have to focus not only on November 2nd, this coming election for 22, we have to focus on 24. How are we going to win that one? And hopefully we'll be able to do that. Anyway, I'll go on to another cartoon here that you may not have seen. This one I did for Minnesota. I draw a cartoon every week for Alpha News, and they're based out of Minnesota. And they have not contracted me, but solicited me to do a cartoon once a week for them. And so I have to come up with something that's somewhat Minnesota based. Now, this is all, you could extrapolate this clear across the country if you'd like. I mean, it's most all cities now. 4th of July in Minnesota, fireworks are really crazy this year. Bang, bang, bop, 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 and all that. And then bullet holes going through the window. Somebody commented that 4th of July in Minnesota, they commented on this here that I didn't use Independence Day. And because I wanted to focus more on the date than the actual celebration, because they're not really celebrating because of all this, and focus on the date that this was going on. Most all of my cartoons about 4th of July or Independence Day actually say Independence Day if you look back through the archives. Anything else that I want to... now, this cartoon here that I showed you earlier, it was posted by Flag and Cross. So if you guys get a chance, go over to Flag and Cross. I've been doing cartoons for them for quite a few years. They're a very informative site, a lot of conservative viewpoints and articles that I'm sure you would enjoy. And they're really good people. Some have complained a little bit about the advertisement pop-ups and that. I don't get too many when I go on there, but yeah, please check them out. I really appreciate it. Again, going on vacation. Oh, I got a joke for you about the how do you grab a taco? Unique up on it. And she used the word unique in her conversation about Hispanics. Anyway, let me get out of this thing. Remove. And I will go back to reading a few of the comments. Any questions you have, please be sure to drop me a question. Everyone needs a break? Yeah, sure. Biden is the best gift ever, Charles. You're right. But Liberals are always giving me gifts as far as drawing goes. True. Hi, Tony. Going to miss you next week. This is from Ann Rose Lawrence. I'm going to miss you guys too. But, you know, it kind of refreshes my mind. It kind of gets me back in line with things and aligned. And I do keep reading. I do check in. I won't be totally off the grid. Your cartoon with Ron DeSantis is so funny. Spot on. Thank you very much, Tika. Victor, my cousin from down in California. Speaking of California cartoons, howdy, cuz. Have a great vacation. I will. Is there anything else here that I want to talk about before I sign off? Elaine, hello from Maine. Love your work. Thank you, Elaine. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Love and laughter are the weapons of the angels. Yes, and I do believe, and that is from Marie. I do believe that one of the best ways to get your message out is through humor and discussion. You know, an op-ed piece, opinion piece, are very important in our discussion. I mean, they're very informative. They give very good perspectives on things. But with a cartoon, you can, if it's done pretty well, you can get a point across really fast. They're easy to share. And people, if you throw some humor in there, a little bit of a twist, people enjoy it. They like sharing it. And you can really spread a message, I believe, that way. Paul, I'm from the UK originally, and I think this is the first time in decades where the US politicians are more cringeworthy than ours. Yeah, I think politicians in general can be pretty cringeworthy, especially if you have cackling Kamala. Here, let's take Tony, Toni. Your cartoons keep things real. Okay. We, the people, appreciate the ability to laugh on occasion. Enjoy your vacation. I sure will. And thank you for that. Love your work, Baxter. Anyway, there's so much that's happening in the media that I'd like to discuss, but really, I have a lot to say, but right now I don't think is the time to get into it. Kind of makes the video too long and me rambling on. Most all of you know exactly probably how I feel by my cartoons. So what else is there to say? So anyway, Annette, are you going to do a live stream while creating your work? I'm trying to work that out. Now, let me show you something real quick here. I'm going to share one of my screens. Share screen, and find a screen here that I draw on. Here we go. This is the screen that I draw on, and what I do there is I just simply click a new page, and you can see. I'm going to pull it over here, and I'm going to get it to where I can see it. Find my trusty pen that only works on my Wacom tablet, and I can draw right on there. So change my pen size. I can do all kinds of things. There's now I can add color. Of course, this is just a generic type thing that I'm drawing. But you get the idea. There we go. And I can add color when I want. I can do, and one of these days I'll figure out not figure out, one of these days I'll figure out a way to do it so that it's time lapsed, so you're not being bored while I'm doing all my creative work and shading and adjusting and all that type of thing. So anyway, that is what I do there. I'm still trying to figure out how to maneuver around on this thing. Okay, here we go. Remove that. Here I am back. Anyway, we'll take another couple of questions here. Biden ego, yeah, that's for sure. Anyway, I might have missed a couple up on top here. I'm going to look through here. One of the somebody made a comment last time that I need to work on my video presence, and he's right. I do. I need to figure out how to do this a little bit more effectively and not try to mumble through things. And the reason why I didn't have everything together today is because I had some technical difficulties was leading up to this, and I was kind of a bit in a panic mode, trying to adjust everything, trying to get it right, and I'm trying to get it to go through to Rumble, and Rumble's just a little bit different than the others to get it synced up. And I was right up to the wire practically, and I was going to spend about a half hour writing some things down that I wanted to talk about. But the main thing I did want to say to you is that I'm going on vacation. I have the dog is going in the kennel. I have the house sitter coming in fully armed. You never know these days. So and I just wanted to let you know, and I showed you on this video how to sign up for my email. Ask you to you can also go to Comically Incorrect. This is another Facebook page that I have, and I'll pull it up here. It's just basically a page where I post my cartoons. There's about 30 or 41,000 followers on it. Let me show you here, and you can go to this place. And, there it is. Let me expand it here. So yeah, you just you can go to this page here and sign up. Hit the join button, or what is it called? It's the you can sign up there. Just go to the Comically Incorrect, home of cartoonist A.F. Branco. So there was that one. And I think I pretty much showed you all the cartoons. Let me remove that. Down. So I have a question here from Michael. Did you ever get that cartoon with Biden hugging Obama finished? I probably have some in the archive somewhere. My cartoons are posted also at Fox News, and I guess Fox News, for those of you that go on Fox News to look at my cartoons, they're going to be running archives for the next week or so. So if you see that there's an old cartoon from the archives, well, that's why. I can't think of anything else to talk about. Well, I can think of a lot of things to talk about, but as far as to keep it interesting here, I plan I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. When I get back, I'll probably be doing a couple a week, just an update on the cartoons, just to kind of keep you informed. Some people like to know what's behind the cartoon, why, and in the future, I'll be more prepared to give you some more insight, maybe draw a picture or two, or whatever comes up. Anyway, I think that's about the end of it. I don't know how long we've been running right now, probably almost near a half hour. But I just want to say, while I'm gone, I mean, the rest of the week is I'll be finishing out the week with a couple of cartoons probably. But I just want to say thank you for sharing my stuff. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for signing up for the email, those of you who signed up for the email, and for subscribing to Rumble and YouTube and all that. Anyway, let's see if we got another question. That is the page I follow. Okay. The GOP in Nashville should invite you for a local event. Oh, I'd love it. I love Nashville. I was down there a couple of years ago. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Joe Dan Gorman. He puts out these awesome videos, and they're great videos. They're funny. They're informative. He gives his take on things, and he's doing really well. And his videos are really good when I do a cameo. So I'll let you know when that happens. So here we love your work. Have a fantastic vacation and stay safe. I'm planning on it. I plan to stay safe as I can. That is from Mary Jo. Donna. Okay, my eyes are a little blurry here with the screen. Donna, do you sell your work? Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, I do. I sell. If you go to Patriot Depot and put in AF Branco, I have a book out. I don't even know what I did with the book. Oh, here it is. It's over here. I have a book, and the title is Keep America Laughing. Now, it's a couple of years old, so it's sort of pre-Biden, but there's a lot of funny cartoons in here. Just to give you an idea, let me see if I can find one here that's, here's a great one of Pelosi. Yeah. So, yeah, great one of Pelosi. There's a lot of cartoons in here. Some really funny stuff. Some stuff that it might be a little bit out of date, but still everything's relevant with the liberals. They're always they recycle their insanity. You know, they keep bringing it back. You think it's dead, and then it just comes right back. So, here's one in there. Multiple. I've got, they're easy to read, easy to look at. High tech resistance. You have Apple, you have Google, and what else do I have here? Just tons of stuff. I think you'd enjoy it. I really do. But this book is oh yeah, I love this. I love this cartoon. Biden campaign rally. Anyway, and there some endorsements on the back. You have Devin Nunes. A lot of you know who Devin Nunes is, saying that Tony Branco is one of the truly talented political cartoonists of our age. Thank you. Dinesh D'Souza endorsed the book. He wrote a nice little thing here. Branco has a way of getting to the heart of an issue with clarity, insight, and most of all, wicked humor. Thank you, Dinesh. And Larry Elder also endorsed the book, and he says Tony's tunes are funny, fresh, relevant, and insightful. And Lars Larson, some of you who know who Lars Larson is, Branco's tunes hit the mark every time with the kind of conservative commentary that's so rare these days. Each new one is a must-see for me, and I love sharing them to my listeners on Facebook and Twitter. Okay, thank you, Lars. And Joe Dan Gorman, he put something on there. He says, there's more truth in one Branco cartoon than you will find in a year's subscription to any mainstream newspaper. Thank you, Branco, for the 10 years of awesome tunes. I was out about 10 years. And I especially love that cartoon I put on the cover. But, and you can order this book at Patriot Depot. Go to patriotdepot.com and you will find it there. Keep America laughing. I know there's not much to laugh about now, but that was before Biden, like I said. So, got a couple more comments I want to look at here. Um, cool byproduct of the color transparency for the green screen, making parts of the book transparent. Yeah, probably. Let's see. What's that? What's that? Yeah. Maybe if I slant it. Nope. Nope, not working. So anyway, if you go to Patriot Depot, you'll find it there, and you can see the actual what it actually looks like. Uh, can you do a cartoon of Elon Omar? Oops, there it is. As they scroll down, they pop up and lose my place. Old Elon Omar. Where was that? Where was that at? It was up here, maybe. Can you do a cartoon of Elon Omar dismantling America, as she said on public TV? Well, I've done a few on Elon, and I plan on doing some more if she's still in office by the next election. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison bailing out freeway stopping protesters. Yeah, I've done a few on him, and that was from JTA Pre. So yeah, I have a lot. And then Michael over here says you must have a lot more material since the book was written. Yeah, sure did. Blanca, thank you for making us laugh, even though sometimes they are not really funny, but sarcastic. That's true. Not all the cartoons I do lend themselves, or the subjects that I draw cartoons on lend themselves to humor. I mean, they're just events that are too sad to even joke about or laugh about. So sometimes they're a little stout, and even Fox News at times won't put them up there, depending on how they're feeling about a particular issue. So let me see if there's anything. I love your work. Have a fantastic vacation. I sure will. Thank you, Mary. I think I read that one before. So anyway, started to get going here. Do a book on Biden alone. Yeah, that's from John. Yeah, I could do a book on Biden, and that's probably what's going to happen next year. I'll probably come out with a book about him. But anyway, another question people have asked me is, what's your education? Well, just Hard Knock University mainly. I have a few years of college. I never did graduate college. I was in the military for 3 years, military and Peace Corps, Army. I went to school on the GI Bill, but because I had a family at the time, it was really hard juggling work and going to school. So I would go. I went probably a total of 3 years. Didn't really sink into any kind of major. Took a lot of my prerequisites for things, and I didn't take basket weaving, and didn't do much with the humanities. I enjoy your streaming as much as your cartoons. Keep up the good work. Well, I'm brushing off the rough edges here, and you guys are my guinea pigs. So, LinkedIn user came in and says it's the thrill you bring us through your depictions is amazing. Well, thank you very much. Doesn't have a name there, but I am a cartoonist. I am not a vocal orator, speaker, talking head type person, and nor do I want to be. Now, if I was on Chris Salcedo show Monday, I believe, and it was a great segment. I enjoyed it very much. He put up a couple of my cartoons. We discussed them, and that type of thing I don't mind doing. But as far as being a talking head, as far as being a Tucker Carlson or a Hannity or Rachel Maddow, that just I don't think is in the card. And the thing is that if I'm doing that, I'm not drawing cartoons, and people aren't coming to me because of my pretty face. Excuse me. Anyway, I try to stick with the cartooning. That's what I love to do. But I don't mind getting on broadcasting and talking to people and connecting with people and talking about the cartoons. It's a little informal, and that's what I enjoy. I have the perfect speaking voice for drawing cartoons until I'm going to work on it a little bit better so it's not so choppy. But I got one from my cousin. What? No basket weaving? Yeah, they were all filled up, so I couldn't do the basket weaving, Victor. My education is incomplete. Yeah, racial studies and humanities. I skipped it. Now they have. I did take a health class, and it was a sexuality class, and that was interesting. I didn't even know what that was for, but anyway. You could do a book. Okay, I read that one already. You need to team up with Ray Stevens to put a skit together. Ooh, yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. Hey, Ray, if you're listening, I'm open. So anyway, I've enjoyed reading your comments. I appreciate you chiming in, and trust me, this is going to get a lot better as time goes by. I will have more to talk. I'm gonna write out a bunch of stuff that I'd like to talk about. But again, this is just to connect with people and to be able to give you some insight into the cartoons, discuss some of the subjects that are happening, and also to let you know what's coming up. And like today, I'm letting you know I'm going to be on vacation. If there's a certain show that I'm going to be on, like Chris Salcedo, or I'm going to be or do a podcast, I may have some podcasts coming up, that type of thing. I'll probably do a video letting you guys know, probably a live video. But these are fun in the sense that I get to connect with people and get to read their comments. Now, I may not get to all the comments here, but I do go through as many as I can and expand on them a little bit if I can. There was a couple of comments I missed. One was about security. Do you feel safe doing the cartoons, and how many liberals and radical leftists you're pissing off? Well, I do feel safe. I believe in the Second Amendment, and I make sure that everything's set for that. So you can't be too careful. So we have security systems in place, and it's not like I'm a Tucker Carlson or a Hannity to where you need to have bodyguards everywhere you go. Not yet. I mean, I think I'm low on the totem pole as far as people trying to get at me. So, not that anybody's ever totally safe anywhere, what they do. But let's see. I think we have a couple more comments down here. Great job. Keep up the work. Need more bird poop. Yeah, I remember the bird poop. I was going to keep doing that, but I had so many things going on there. A lot of people ask me, what do all the things mean that that I have in a Biden cartoon? Let me pull up one of them here, because this is probably a good one to explain it all. I'm going to pull it up pretty soon. Here we go. There it is. Now, this particular cartoon, I don't know if you had a chance to look at it, but it has the Strategic Oil Reserve or Petroleum Reserve. I opened the XI pipeline. It has the L crossed out, and instead of the XL pipeline, Biden renamed it the XI pipeline. The teleprompter. Let me talk about that a little bit. Um, Teleprompter with the Obama logo on it is to symbolize that he's not his own person, that he has people, probably many of them, if not Obama himself, uh, controlling his every move and his policies. Now, eventually, they're going to blame it on him. Eventually, they're going to run against all of what they say are Biden's policies, but they're not a Biden's policy. They're their policies. They're the radical left policies. They're the Democrat policies. So that signifies that he has no policies. He's not doing his own thinking. He's just a teleprompter reader. The sippy cup. That is to symbolize some senility there. Some. Um, the empty thought bubble, again, going back to teleprompter, he doesn't have any of his own thoughts. I think the only thing that I could probably put up there is pudding or ice cream. I don't know, but just leaving empty thoughts. He's just a shell. He's not the Obama I knew 10, 15 years ago or 20 years ago. The blood on the hands, that's very important to me because what happened in Afghanistan. 13 soldiers lost their lives needlessly, and not to mention the $80 billion in military equipment that we left to a bunch of terrorists. But the blood on his hands is for the 13 that died, and I'm probably not ever going to give it up. I've had a couple of people ask me not to put it up, but I'm going to keep with it as long as I can. The fly. There's a fly buzzing around down here, and I don't even need to go into that. You guys already know what that's probably about. Anyway, I expanded on some of the symbolism here. And the smile. You'll see a lot of times I'll put a smile on his face, a big old cheesy grin, white teeth. I mean, he has the whitest teeth I've ever seen an elderly person have. I don't even have teeth that white. But I do it because it's cheesy, it's phony. He's been phony his whole life. He's never accomplished anything in his entire life. He's the antithesis of what he said he was 20, 30 years ago. He's kind of like a car salesman. He comes up there and puts on a big grin and a big show, but he's totally useless as far as getting any policy or for the United States. The United States is going downhill fast. And it's like these guys don't even care. He is oblivious, and the people that are running him are oblivious to what the damage that they're doing to this country. And at least I have a venue to where I can vent by drawing cartoons. And a lot of it, sometimes there's anger involved when I'm drawing. Sometimes I'm laughing while I'm drawing. But anyway, that's what that is about. And we'll get out of this one. Anyway, I'll see if there's another couple of messages I can read here. Donna has another one. Wow, I haven't been looking close enough. Missed some things. Me too. There's Marty. Where are you, Marty? I love my country. I don't love my politicians. Well, that makes bunch of us, actually. Brett, ever thought to make fun of his quick temper? I think I have in a couple of cartoons. Very angry. Do I have one here? I don't know if I have a quick temper cartoon from him. Maybe I do in the archive somewhere. I just don't have one right handy. If you got a time, I'll go back to another where he's really angry. Let's see if I can find it here. Let's see. I don't know if this one's it. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me put it up. Yeah, he's angry here. And remember the other day, a couple of weeks ago, he got out. He says, "I'm tired of all the lies. We're changing people's lives. And then underneath the big block of inflation here, you can say that again, it's crunching them. We're on fixed incomes. So that one there shows him anger. And I've done a couple of these where he's getting really angry, basically angry at his own policies. I think that a lot of Democrats, and I think Obama was guilty of this, they think they can float by on words and not really, they think people are stupid and don't understand what's actually going on around them. It's hard to overcome with words the high gas prices, the disaster at the border, the food prices, food shortages, just an array of things, crime, all of that. It's hard to go out in front of a podium and talk a bunch of words that sweeten that up in it. It just isn't going to happen. So anyway, that's that one, and I'll remove it. And I think it's about time to, okay, Mary Jo, one more. Love all those little tidbits. Sippy cup, blood on the hands. They describe him to a T. Brett, love your stuff. Do you have any easy way for fans to contribute ideas for future cartoons? That's a very good question. I was going to bring that up today. People are always sending me ideas, and I really appreciate it. And the reason I do is because it lets me know where people's minds and heads are at. And a lot of times within they're showing appreciation for what I do. But cartoons are my way of expressing my political views. So about 99% of the time, they all come from here. And, for good or bad, they're my thoughts transferred on a vision, trying to express visually how I'm feeling. And I know that if I can do that, there are a lot of people out there that probably identify with the vision or the illustration that I'm doing. People feel free to send them to me. And sometimes when they send me an idea, a lot of times I've already done it, maybe a week or two ago or three, and they didn't see it. But it also sometimes sparks another idea that I work off of. And that has happened quite a few times, where somebody will say something about a red truck with a Trump flag on it. And all of a sudden it'll turn into, an ISIS truck with a Biden bumper sticker on the back. Something to that effect. But anyway, we got lots of comments. I'm going to try to get to these later. Samuel, the caption, "We're on fixed incomes," is truer than what people realize. Anyone who works and is not on a commission is on a fixed income, pretty much. And that's the drastic disaster of Biden's inflation, not Putin's inflation, not Putin's gas prices, Biden and the Democrats' inflation. The problem with it is that it's like everybody getting a tax cut, a drastic tax cut. You're getting a tax increase. Every time you go to fill up your tank, it's a tax increase. Pay for food in the grocery store, it's a tax increase. And this is all the Democrats. Don't let them talk here. Don't let MSNBC and ABC, CBS, NPR, New York Times, WAPO, Washington Post tell you any different. They're trying hard to coat this as a Putin thing, or it's just the way things go because of this or that, or because of COVID. No, this is not. When you go, they say, okay, the gas prices, it's the oil companies, it's the ma and pa stores. No, when you get on live TV and you tell people that you're going to attack the oil industry, what do you think is going to happen? Now, if you're in a fort, let's say you're in a fort, and the enemy hollers out at you through a megaphone and says, "We're going to attack you." What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to reinforce. You're going to make sure that you're going to draw back. You're going to make sure that you hunker down. And that's exactly what the oil companies did. And and all the investors, uh, all of them did that because of what Biden said. He said he was going to get rid of the oil industry. What do you expect to happen? So this is all the Democrats, and I plan on having a lot more cartoons coming up about that in the future. Heaven knows what's going to happen next week. It seems like always something big happens when I'm gone. So I'll have my ear to the ground, and I'm going to bring um, my tablet and paper and pencils and be sketching out things once in a while if I hear anything good. Got a couple more comments coming in. Uh, have you ever thought of injecting down to earth, everyday common sense lessons on economics into your cartoons? Well, I'm not an economist. Um, what I can do, uh, what I can do is I can illustrate a point. That's about all I can do, and try to make it humorous, try to make it fun to look at. But other than really expand on the economy, now I can take what I know and talk about it just like you can. Try to stay as informed as possible. Um, Again, I like to draw the cartoons. I like to spread a message that way. People share them. And my hope is, and I'm sure it doesn't happen very often, my hope is that maybe somebody on the fence on an issue, or whether or not going left or right, sees one of my cartoons and goes, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure that happens a lot, but the other reason that I like to do this is that I think it allows people who see them to feel like they're not alone, that there's other people that think and feel the same way they do. Because a lot of times when they're out in public, or they're with their friends or some of their relatives, they may not feel that way. But there's a lot more of us, I think, than there are of them in a lot of ways. And my cartoons are there to uh, support people's thoughts and their positions a little bit. Give them a rah kind of thing. Oh yeah, he thinks the way I do. I don't feel so bad now. I'm not saying that you do. I'm just saying that in the event that people feel alone, that as far as their politics go, there's other people that think a lot like they do. Um, and that's what the beauty of this too is, that we don't all think alike. We all have differences. Um, and that I believe the conservative tent is the bigger tent. It's not confined to LGBT and all that. It there's a larger tent there. Um, Let me read a couple more. Uh, Presidential motorcade with everyone riding electric mopeds. Ever do a cartoon with World War II propaganda in mind? Only modern? Didn't really think about that one. Michael, it's worse than people think. We helped a lady at a gas pump who was crying while looking for change in her car to put gas in her car to go to work. It's bad, especially in rural areas. Yeah, it is. I'm a little bit angry. I think I did a little video probably just before Biden was elected, as a kind of to talk about how I was feeling, and I everything that's happening is exactly what I thought would happen. I knew that the border was going to decay, and hordes of people were going to run it, just by what he said in his campaign, that people were just going to rush the border, and they did. He said he wasn't going to turn anybody away. Well, what do you think is going to happen? And we have over 2 million plus in our country that we know about that came through, a lot of getaways. We have people dying at the border. We have 107,000 plus deaths from fentanyl overdoses. That alone, just what he has caused at this border, is enough to put him up on charges of treason. I mean, None of this is good for the United States. None of this is good for the citizens. Uh, the environmentalist Green New Deal stuff isn't good for American citizens, and especially the border, and especially everything that he's doing. I can go down the list. They're not doing anything about crime. In fact, we just heard the other day that some poor bodega guy just running his store started getting beat up by a criminal. Guess who ends up in jail? The poor guy that stabbed him to death in self-defense. And that's the liberal Soros prosecutor mindset. Plenty of cartoons on that too, if you look back through the archives. You're the best with this cartoon. Please continue telling the truth. I will. That's Attilo. How about some Where's Hunter cartoons? Well, I've done a few of those too. Okay, I'm trying to find some I can see here. Excuse me, I'm trying to just You rock, thank you very much. That comes from Kevin. See, you have an open invite to our SHERP track anytime you want. Love your work. Joshua, thank you very much. Might take you up on that. Now, let's see here. There are some that don't understand his followers. Oh boy, I don't understand Trump's or Biden's followers, that's for sure. Biden has the intellect and the mind of a rock. Can't argue with that. You speak the truth, sir. Timothy, Paul. I'm surprised none of the LinkedIn lefties have got in here to give you grief. Wow, they give me plenty of grief. I get it. I get it on Truth Social. I get it on Facebook quite a bit. Great job. Keep up the good work. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else to do. Just get on my Facebook if you want, Comically Incorrect. My website, Comically Incorrect. Also, please subscribe to my Rumble account. Also, what else was I going to say here? My book is for sale at Patriot Depot. Keep America Laughing Again. That's my third volume. Well, there's 2 other volumes, but I sold out of those. Be sure to get it and subscribe to my email on Comically Incorrect. And that's about it. That's all I can think of to say. Like I said, next time I will have plenty to say because I'm going to prepare a little better. Like I said before, I had some technical difficulty getting synced up with Rumble. And next time I'll have plenty of time to work that out. Anyway, well, I think it's time to sign off. I really appreciate it. Please share the cartoons and keep in contact. And I will probably see you in a couple of weeks. I'm going to start doing more of these more often. There'll probably be more refined intros. There'll probably be more content that we're able to go through a little bit easier. Anyway, the comments, the ones that I don't get to, I'll try to answer later if I can get to them. Anyway, this is A.F. Branco, your friendly neighborhood nationally syndicated cartoonist. Have a great day. God bless America.